You're watching BBC News. Now it's time for the panel. We're going to talk to Joe Moreno about being a reservist. But before I tell you that, let me just tell you that Joe Biden has called the Egyptian President al-Sisi tonight, and they have discussed the situation at the Rafah crossing. We don't have any more than that at the moment. Clearly, that's an important conversation given the humanitarian situation inside the Strip at the moment. So, Joe, you are a reservist. I've seen pictures of you in your uniform, and I'm sure you see the value in it. It must have crossed your mind this last few days that 300,000 reservists are now sitting on the border with their own thoughts, young people. What conclusions did you come to?
Well, Christian, I mean, what scares me is that right now, the American military recruiting is at an historic low, and the Army alone will be 15,000 recruits short of its goal this year. So clearly, we are not connecting with younger people and explaining to them the value of defending your country and being prepared to defend America and its allies. And so if you're not into making it a career, like you point out, you can be a reservist. You can serve primarily as a civilian, but be prepared to be activated in uniform if necessary in an emergency. And personally, as someone who's been a reservist for over 20 years, I can say it is one of the most professionally and personally fulfilling things I've ever done, including meeting my wife. So I think we have to redouble our efforts to make sure the youth of America understand the need for the military to be strong, to be robust, and to really understand the value of being ready to defend your country. You
met your wife in the Reserve Corps?
I did. She served 8 years in the reserves, including a year in Iraq.
Wow, amazing. Just quickly, how easy is it? I mean, they kind of fight this extraordinarily complex war in the Middle East, these reservists. How when you go back for basic, well, I don't know if it is basic training. Is it basic training every time you go back? How do you keep on top of your skills?
Well, in Israel, remember, most everyone serves for at least some period of conscription for a couple of years when they're younger. So going back to the reserve should not be a major shock for people because they've already spent several years in active duty. In America, we train every month. And so we make sure that we do maintain our basic skill set, both combat skills as well as softer skills, like in my case, legal skills in the military. And so we're ready to go. And, in my case, I've deployed 3 times since September 11th. And so it's a wonderful way to, again, maintain your civilian life and family primarily, but be ready at a short moment's notice to serve your country.
Interesting. I learned